The girls turned on some music and started dancing.
You're gonna end up cheating on her.
He's in the passenger seat drinking like a fish right now. I get the strangest idea that our day is about to get a little more interesting.
Put on that nigga, I won't never change. Rubbing off the paint, smoking dank. Got a Uzi in my lap, I let it bang. Free Latte, no he keep a cake, but he not taking.
Believe it or not, this crazy ass story actually happened on one of the slowest days that I had ever experienced, working for the coffee shop that shouldn't and will never be named in my videos because I don't want to get sued. Throughout the day, we had been trying to do things to keep ourselves busy so that we didn't get too bored. And for those of you who know which coffee shop I worked at in particular, you might be wondering exactly why the hell did this place of all places have no customers coming in. I mean, after all, it is one of the most profitable businesses in America. And that's because around that time, it was labeled as America's deadliest year. We were in the middle of a global pandemic, aka freaking crisis mode, and nobody wanted to leave their house because they had a fear of getting the Black Plague Part 2. Leaving streets relatively empty. We were so dead as a business, and I had so much time on my hands that I even volunteered to clean the women's bathroom, which for some reason is 10 times grosser than the men's. After I finished wiping down the counter, I look over to my buddy Joshua. I knew I was bored. He knew he was bored. And if you've ever had a coworker like me or Joshua on your shift, you know that there's not a such thing as being bored for a super long time. People like him are like a literal freaking godsend. Me and him would spend hours on shift just goofing off trying to make people laugh. So when he sees me looking at him, I get the strangest idea that our day is about to get a little more interesting. So he gathers everybody in front of the bar. He's like, yo, team meeting. I don't want to sound stupid or nothing, but like, I don't know, we could get a little tipsy and help the time pass by.
I don't know. We're at work right now.
Yeah, we could get fired if we get caught.
But what do you think, True? I'm down if you're down.
I'm down, but like, I'm only down to do it if we're being extremely careful about it because we all could get fired for this.
Good thing our boss isn't here. That lady would be super pissed if she found out.
I'll join, but I won't drink much.
Which, of course, was a completely different tune than what she would actually go on to do. You see, Charlotte was your basic Florida girl. In fact, this story time takes place when I used to live in Florida, and everybody lived every single day of their lives like it was a party. They all cash at me some money for the drink run, which brings us to about $80 to blow on drinks. Cause for some reason it was my job to secure the alcohol, and against my will, Charlotte insists that she be the one to come with me because she knows more about alcohol and I don't. Which I'm not gonna deny, at the time I was a relatively new drinker. But oh my god, did I not want this girl to come with me in the first place. Charlotte had a little bit of a history of being super lewd towards me in the workplace, so being in any confined space with her for more than 3 minutes drove me crazy. We get to the store eventually and I give her my card. I let her know that her limit is $80, and if she goes over that limit, the only thing that's going to be coming back to the store with me are her teeth. So she gets all the drinks and we're leaving when I ask her, just curious, why all these drinks specifically?
Trust me, these go down easier since you don't drink a lot, and they're easier to mistake for juice or water, you know, in case a boss or a customer walks in.
Which was actually a really cool move on her part, not gonna lie. It is really sweet that she would center everything that we drink around that night around the premise that I don't drink and I don't like the taste of alcohol that much. She wanted to make sure I didn't throw up. I appreciate it. Do that kind of stuff for your friends, man. You guys suck. I've been out drinking with people and I've woke up in a pool of my own vomit, completely alone. That's really sweet of you.
Thanks! Now, the trick is gonna be getting this into the store without being seen.
You know, actually, I do have a bag in my car from when I used to do Uber Eats and Postmates. It's black and nobody can see through it, so no one's gonna know what we're bringing into the store. Granted, we did go out to have a good time. I totally get that. But can anybody tell me why this girl decides that what she's gonna do is open alcohol and start drinking immediately? Now, we've been in the car for all of 7 seconds, and mind you, do you know how much trouble you can get in for having open alcohol containers in your car? If a cop pulls you over and sees that, you will get arrested and go to prison. Actually, wait, no, I think you'll probably just get a ticket. She is in the passenger seat drinking like a fish right now. I'm like, bro, it's alcohol. It cannot taste that good for you to be drinking it like that.
No, it's easy. It tastes like sparkling water. I'm gonna give you one. I want you to try and down this whole can.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. I still have to drive us back to the store. So, I'm not really sure if that...
It's like right down the block and it's one can.
I hate to say it, but I folded. I was thinking it's only one can, so what's the worst that could happen? Alcohol usually tastes like shit, but for some reason this time, it wasn't half bad. And now I've been drinking White Claw ever since, which is a drink that is universally hated by many people, but I don't care, it tastes good. So we pull off and start heading back to work. I look over at her, and she is still drinking. Bro, didn't she say that she wasn't even gonna drink a lot? She's gonna be drunk before we even get to the store. We get outside the store and I'm grabbing the alcohol to put into my delivery bag. And she's already blown through half of one of the cases. Charlotte, are you drunk right now?
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. It tastes so good. It makes it kinda easy to drink them.
I'm not even trying to party poop at this point. We didn't buy a bunch of alcohol for her not to drink, so I'm not gonna get super upset that she is drunk. But Brody, time and place. I open the car door and I start bagging all the stuff that we bought. We start walking towards the building and I notice that Charlotte is not walking towards the building. She is stumbling towards the building. I immediately put my hands on her shoulders and walk her in a straight line, reminding her, you need to keep it together until we're inside the building. I managed to get her inside safely, give Joshua the bag, and he looks at the stuff we brought with the most devious look on his face. He knew what he was about to go in there and do. Extra spiked lemonade. Who wants to get wasted? He hands me a cup and I take one sip from that thing. I'm at the That was delicious. So at this point, everyone is drinking, and I'm already feeling tipsy. The girls turned on some music and started dancing, to just fuel myself losing it a little bit more. Yo, I'm about to become real useless real soon. I need to start doing some work while I still can. So I wobble my way over to the cups in a really sad attempt to restock. I mean, I think I'm doing fine at this point, but before I know it, the cups are all over the ground. Melissa and Charlotte are in the corner just freaking clowning me right now. That's exactly what are you guys laughing at?
Oh, it's nothing. Just keep doing your thing.
We all stopped what we were doing immediately. The girls turned off the music and we were all just focused on the tapping of the door. With only a little over an hour until close, who could be knocking at this time? We all felt like we knew the answer, but all of us were too afraid to say anything. What if it was a customer? What if it wasn't? And if it's not a customer, there's only one person it could be. The boss. We couldn't stand around staring at each other waiting to be rescued forever. The room starts to fill itself with excuses.
I've been drinking a lot. I can't.
I don't care if it's a customer or the boss. I'm also too drunk.
Brody, I spilled the fucking cups. Don't look at me. I can't do anything right now. Relax, I'll do it myself. He walks away to prepare himself to open the door. I do a quick scan to make sure there's no alcohol left out. I give him the signal, and then I went back to restocking. Hello, how are you, sir? What can I get for you? Sorry. The customer orders a drink and I rush to the back to make it for them. Josh gets the guy's money and the girls find something to pretend to clean, I guess. Whole time I'm back there making the guy's drink, I'm dropping shit and mixing the ingredients, and the customer looks over and asks me, are you okay? Bro, I'm so okay that it isn't even fair to everybody else because of how okay I am and how okay they're not. Now, I don't know exactly what I said, but it was something really dumb along those lines. I mean, I was expecting to have fully failed after saying that, but he just looked at me and said, huh, I kinda like that. After I give the guy his drink and he leaves the store, we spend the next 20 minutes just laughing and drinking some more, while my coworkers point out the sheer absurdity in what I said to him. We've already locked up the building at this point, and we only have about 3 minutes until we have to leave.
Guys, I'm having so much fun. I kinda don't wanna go home.
So we all agreed to go to a local bar after work. The only hiccup being is that Melissa and Charlotte do not have cars, which wouldn't usually be a problem, but Charlotte is still at least a little bit tipsy at this point. If we're alone and she flirts with me while we're sober, then you can bet your sweet ass she's gonna be trying to flirt with me while we're the only two people in my car. But I couldn't exactly just leave without her, cause she needs to come with me to be a good friend. claiming that she's been sensing some kind of romantic energy between Joshua and Melissa and wants to give them some alone time on the way there. I am many things, a degenerate being one of them, but I'm no cockblock. We're in my car and the bar is like 10 minutes away. I'm starting to come down. I'm not really drunk anymore at this point, so I figured she wouldn't be drunk either since all the alcohol is in Josh's car. I'm like, alright, say less. This is going to be a normal ass car ride, no curveballs, no nothing. And I get to enjoy that piece for all of about 15 seconds, until my ears are cursed, of course, with the crisp sound of... Bro, tell me why Charlotte is still drinking. Brody, give yourself a break. So I tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna move the car. Driving once with open alcohol in the car is an issue. Driving twice with open alcohol in the car is a problem. I need to come down after spending a significant part of my day being intoxicated. So we're gonna sit here for a little while, okay? Like, bitch, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you right now? I mean, at this point, I'm hoping that at the very least I can get her to play a little follow the leader with me on this one. Or that she'll finish that last White Claw before we take off.
So, like, are you dating anyone right now?
Thanks for asking. Yes, I am.
You're gonna end up cheating on her.
What?
You're gonna end up doing what boys do. You're gonna get drunk one day and go out with a girl and completely forget about her. Trust me, guys do it all the time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to miss me with that because I really don't see that happening.
Who knows? You might end up cheating tonight.
Like I said, somehow I really don't see that happening.
Oh yeah? Joshua told me you're a food guy? What do you think of this?
She takes off her shoes and her socks and puts her feet on my dashboard right in front of me.
You can touch them if you like.
Yo, who the f*** raised you? Charlotte, you must be more drunk than I thought if you think I'm gonna touch your nasty, sweaty feet after a 7-hour shift of you wearing the same shoes. If you're gonna try and manipulate me, at least be subtle about it. Why would you outwardly tell me that your goal is to get me to cheat on my girlfriend? I mean, I honestly gotta know at this point, are you crazy or just stupid? Needless to say, I dropped her off at the bar with our friends and drove straight home. And do you want to know the first person that I told about this experience? That's right, you guessed it, my girlfriend. And do you know who is the main reason that I don't work at that company anymore? That's right, you guessed it again, Charlotte. And oh boy, trust me, I've seen her do a lot worse.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. These hooks got me scoring, see me coming from afar. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is my lane, let me show you how to ball. I remember when I couldn't jerk off the threesomes cause it felt too unrealistic. No longer the case, I'm in the Oculus doing